car accident. I'm mad about the oatmeal. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. What's your feeling on seagulls? You got any feeling on them?
Not a fan. I mean, a majestic seagull flying high over the sea, I guess, it was squawking.
Sure, as they do.
I guess that's a beautiful, picturesque postcard moment. But,
sure, I guess.
Most of the times when you see a seagull, they're in a group and they're mulling about, pooping and rifling through your things if they can get a chance.
Yeah, that's true. I think if you live anywhere that has seagulls, you don't like seagulls.
That's right.
And if you live anywhere that doesn't have seagulls, you think about seagulls in terms of like, I don't know, like when I first moved to San Francisco, I remember seeing a seagull in the wind doing that thing where they just hover in one place majestically.
Yeah, that's cool. And they're like scoping out the fish below, like looking for something to dive bomb. Cool.
Yeah, and so if you don't live somewhere with seagulls, you think about things like that, right?
Right. Yeah.
But then when you get into, I grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
I was born. You merely adopted the seagulls. I was born in it.
You are
Molded
of
by
the
it.
seagulls. Yes.
I'm for the seagulls, by the seagulls, of the seagulls. Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
I was just say Anthony
That's
Livingston
me.
Seagull.
That's who I am. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of seagulls for many reasons, but we got a
And
great.
they poop a lot. They are poop machines. They work in packs.
Yeah,
If you're
they
ever
work in packs.
at the
They
beach,
steal
they're
food.
annoying. Yes, annoying.
They're food stealers. People think about the Finding Nemo. Mine.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's true. It's
Yeah.
funny
That
because it's true.
that came from a place of truth, right there.
There are all along the beach in Florida, and I'm sure in California as well. I don't go to the beach. I never touch the stuff. But if you go to the beach in Florida, basically every snack shop along the beach has a sign that's like, we're not giving you more food if the seagulls take your food. Like, beware of the seagulls.
Yeah. They also have a sign: "Seagulls not welcome," which the seagulls
Yeah.
ignore. They ignore it.
They
It's right there in
ignore.
front of them. Yeah.
They ignore. And let me tell you something. That's a problem that's gone back to the earliest days of this country. When you used to see signs on bars that said, "No seagulls, Italians, or Irish."
That's right. That's right.
And
That's right.
we haven't moved past it. We still as a country have not moved past it. I have a bit of a story about seagulls. This was sent in by Disambiguity.
Disambiguity. Yeah.
Disambiguity.
Yeah.
Disambiguity. You know what screwed me up there? Thinking
The
of a
syllables?
word. Yes, it was the syllables. And the reason the syllables messed me up is thinking of the word disambiguity as a name. The second the word became a name in my head, it was like, well, I don't know how to say that. My dumb brain was like, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not.
Right. Right.
Anyway, Disambiguity sent in this story from Scientific American. Thank you so much. Originally written by Megan Bartels. And this is about seagulls, specifically streaked shearwater seagulls.
Streaked shearwater. This is a sub-breed of seagull?
This is a sub-breed of seagull. And let me tell you something. This is a pretty dope breed of seagull in a way. Okay. I'm going to say that this seagull would probably steal your French fries and make your child cry at the beach. But there's something that these seagulls do that other seagulls don't. That is they streak. They're the only seagulls that are naked.
That's right. All the other ones wear little pants.
That's right.
Which is polite.
It's polite. But the thing is, and this is why the signs are still up, it's no shirt, no shoes, no service.
That's right. And they don't ever get that.
They don't get that. It's like, well, we're wearing little pants. And we're like, dude, you're
Not
Mickey
enough.
Mouse in it. You're supposed to be Donald Duck in it.
Yes,
Okay.
Donald's a bird. It's obvious. Come on.
Yeah. And they're like, wow. So all birds are the same. And we're like, listen, just read the sign. We don't want any trouble. And that's
tap
the
the
problem with America. No, according to the proceedings of the National Academy of Science, we do show all respect to PNAS. British and Japanese researchers found that these seagulls fly right towards the center of hurricanes when they break out. Yeah.
These are Brock seagulls.
Yes.
These are extreme, intense, extreme sport loving, balls to the wall seagulls.
That's right. That's right. These seagulls hang out off the coast of Japan.
Hell
and
yeah.
British and Japanese researchers just found out that hurricanes, monsoons, things like that, they happen in that part of the world. And these shearwater seagulls just like whoosh. That's why they're called shearwaters, is because they're in those like powerful storm waters, right? The shears. So they fly in to these, they follow the eye of the hurricane, and they'll do it for up to 8 hours.
Damn.
And the reason they do it is they're sort of like a Bill Pullman or a Glenn Powell, where they understand that the safest place to be is closest to the storm.
Hell yeah.
Chase that storm.
Get in the center, baby. Ride the
Woo! Don't be the cow, be the Helen Hunt.
That's right. Always be the Helen Hunt.
That's right. And so the reason they do this is because it genuinely is safer. Like if they go out towards the edge of the storm, those winds can whip them around. They could get really hurt. They could get killed.
But to get to the eye, don't you have to go through all that dangerous-y part?
Baby, you can't have the sweet without the sour.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about every poster you've ever seen hanging up in an office building or an airport, like perseverance.
That's
Hang
right.
in there, kitten.
Be
those
like
sort of things.
Streaking gulls. They always say.
Streaking gulls is what they say. So these are the streaked shearwaters. They're pretty cool. And so a researcher decided that they wanted to, this is Leo Uesaka, who is a seabird biologist at the University of Tokyo. And he was like, these birds is dope.
Yeah.
These birds, or
so cool.
In Japan, he would have said, those birds are kakkoi. Those are cool birds.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm going to put some cameras on these birds. Right? Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
See how these,
I mean, I could make a sick YouTube channel out of this.
That's right. If the birds aren't wearing a GoPro while they're doing this for the sick footage, we got to get that sick footage.
Get that sick footage.
We got to get that sick footage.
Monetize that shit.
We got to monetize that shit, dog. We got to monetize that shit. Do you know how these TikToks will pop off? So he puts these cameras on these birds, but he doesn't put the camera. If you put a camera on a bird,
where
are you going to put it? Which way is it going to face? If you're thinking the standard for scientific.
I feel like the standard. I feel like the standard is on the feet in some way, or on the underbelly. Because I feel like I would want to put it like on the back of the neck, like a mounted laser.
Yeah.
So kind of we're seeing what it's seeing. But I feel like science is smarter than me, and they probably put it on the undercarriage somehow.
Yeah, that's going to be the part of the bird that stays the most stable and also has the least amount of things blocking it. Sometimes the head's going to dip in there. But here's what Leo Uesaka did, which is pretty interesting. Instead of facing that camera forward towards the storm, he faced it backwards towards the legs. He wanted to know what them legs do.
Okay.
We know we know what the wings do during the storm. He wanted to know what the legs are doing during this to, just to see what the behavior was during long flights. We don't know what seagulls are doing during these long flights. And he was like, at least not specifically with their legs. Nobody's ever been like, how do the legs contribute to this? Because flying, I don't know if you know, flying mostly about the wings.
Well, yeah. In my understanding, again, not a birdular biologist or whatever they call it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. Don't
they tuck the legs up and back into the plumage to sort of maintain aerodynamics a bit?
That's what I think too. But apparently Leo had reason to believe there's something else going on.
All right. Well,
and hey, like you said, that's science.
Yeah. Right.
So if he's dedicated, listen, does Leo immediately don't trust birds, right?
Sure.
Like we don't trust birds. They're hiding. No. They're hiding something. Birds are always hiding something. Okay. They're always pranking people.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking. Does Leo maybe think that these birds have little surfboards that they stand on in the hurricane, and they're like surfing the freaking hurricane like badass Point Break guys?
Like like that one version of Robin in the Batman animated series. Or the kid from Tailspin, Cloud Kicker.
Yeah, right. Like they're going full Swayze on this shit.
A Treasure Planet.
I'm into it. Is that what he thinks? He's like, I want to see them legs because what if they're hiding tiny little surfboards?
Yeah, some sort of airfoil or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Like the Silver Surfer.
A bit of a Silver Surfer situation.
Yeah.
Is what he thought. Perhaps these birds is herald of larger bird. In which case, we got to get ready because if these small birds are eating that many French fry, large bird, Birdactis is going to eat
Galactus.
Galactus. It was right there.
Galactus.
It was right there. Wow. No, so Leo wanted to see what these birds are doing with their legs because he thought they were up to something. He's usually right about birds. If you think birds are up to something, it's pretty. You got.
So he mounted it sort of in their breast area, pointing backward. Is that the idea?
Pointing backward, to see kind of what the back end of the bird, the legs, tail, all that stuff. What is it doing during these long flights? He got 35 hours of footage from 15 birds, and
they signed the waiver and everything.
They did.
Yeah,
they did. But I mean, he says they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think there's some malfeasance on both sides because I think some of these birds signed fake names.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like one of them signed like M Dumb Human.
That could be his birth name.
One of them just signed Birds Rule.
You never know with these non-union bird projects, But at
the same time, a lot of the other signatures seem to be in Leo's handwriting.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? So like it's a shaky case on both sides. But no, what they found in 35 hours of footage from 15 birds is shut up about the legs. We got to talk about how much these birds poop.
I told you. What did I say? The first thing I said about gulls.
That's right.
They poop a lot.
You were right.
Are you telling me they're making poopicanes, tornado poops? I don't know. What's the portmanteau of a hurricane full of poop? Is that what they're doing?
I mean, it would be a hurricane.
Yeah.
Because of the bird.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. So here's what it is, Jeff. These birds are pooping every 4 to 10 minutes while they're in flight.
Same.
You got to change your diet, bro. You got to change your diet. That's not healthy. Yeah, you got to get yourself a bowl of steel-cut oats every morning or something. That's wow. 4 to 10 minutes, an average of 5 times per hour. Losing. Are you ready for this, Jeff? Losing 5% of their body mass hourly. Some of these birds during hurricanes.
How do they eat that much? That seems like such a caloric requirement just to keep up.
Stealing one French fry?
That's why they're stealing
each person?
Food. It's like, sorry, man, you don't understand. I got a hurricane to ride.
Stealing one French fry couldn't possibly do it.
No, that's why they take their whole sandwich. That's why you grab your whole sandwich. If they can, they'll take it.
Yeah, they'll do it. 4 to 10, they're losing 5% of their body mass. If you think about some of these birds during hurricanes are up there for 8 hours, they're losing almost half their body weight in poop.
Dude.
Which is not poop. I hear somebody is screaming at their car stereo unit right now, or yelling into the weight rack or whatever it is you concerned citizens do, that it's not really poop. Obviously, it's guano. Birds have a cloaca, and they have a mix of all their waste that comes out in little balls, and it's happening 4 to 10 times.
Can I tell you something? I just did a little quick math.
Yeah.
35 hours of footage. If it's you said every 4 minutes?
Every 4 minutes times 15 birds times 30.
It'd be 425 poops per hour per bird that he got video of.
This is the
425. Sorry, 425 total poops in 35 hours, I should say. 35 hours means 525 poops per bird.
Wow.
That's a lot of poop on video.
That's a lot of poop on video, and he sat and he watched it all. He watched it all. Isn't that what? That's the thing. That's the thing that's wild. Is like you've got to review the footage. Like, I mean, listen, he's a researcher at a university. He's probably got like, unless he is a postdoctorate student, he is a professor. And there's somebody, he's got kids watching that bird footage for him. He's got kids marking those poops down.
He's got TAs for that.
That's right. But somebody was watching 35 hours.
This guy literally was like, I'm strapping cameras to birds because they're so sick. They're going into hurricanes. It's going to be so rad. I'm going to check it out. He sits down. I got 35 hours. I cleared out my whole weekend. Here we go, baby. And then it's just poop after poop after poop after poop. And he's
they
like,
thought that they were
man.
going into, they thought they were looking at aerodynamics of flight or whatever.
It's like, I gotta change my grant application. The whole thing is going to be different now. Like,
it's like, listen. He runs in and he's like, listen. It's not about that anymore.
Hey, what did you learn? I was so excited. You spent a whole last weekend with you finally got the footage back. I'm so excited.
I got all the footage. I spent all the money that you gave me on cameras.
Yes, those like crazy 4K cameras.
That's right. And I went in there and I was like, I'm going to figure out what's going on with those legs. But
so what's going on? I'm so excited to hear about the legs and the back plumage. The hurricanes.
Listen, the legs and the back plumage. Can I tell you something? That's not what it's about. It's about something far more sinister, I fear.
I'm gonna need some more money, mostly for cleaning materials for the cameras. That's mostly what it's about.
That's right. And also, I have not developed a fetish. If you're wondering, Jeff, you're like, okay, well, that's a lot. That sounds like a lot. I, a human being, do not poop 4 to 10 times per hour.
No.
At least I. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna say this. If you are, go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Go to a doctor right now.
This episode's about is it's an intervention. For that one guy who's listening, we know about you, Max.
It's not normal, Max. It's not normal, Max.
We appreciate
short for maximum pooping.
We should have been our first clue.
Should have been our first clue. But is this how regular is this for birds? You might ask. Birds usually will poop about once an hour to, at the most frequent, every 15 minutes. So 4 to 10 minutes is a lot.
So these birds the hurricane is scaring the shit out of them, literally.
No. Here's what's crazy, Jeff. It's not just during hurricanes. Okay. They poop this much whenever they're in the air.
Dude, I knew it.
Every time they're flying, they're pooping 4 to 10 minutes. Sometimes they fly just to poop.
Oh, dude.
It feels like the researchers were like, it definitely seems like sometimes they take off and they fly just to poop.
This is the Seagulls Mile High Club is very different than human Mile High Club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's really, it's not even sexy in theory. Because the Mile High Club is one of those things that's only sexy in theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've discussed this before, but it's unless you are a private plainsman.
Right.
A private plainsman that's like, hey, don't come back here for a little bit. And you have the ability to do that. Even that, can I tell you something? Even that, Jeff, I'm not the sort of person who could be like, even in college when we all had to share, when I had like 3 roommates or whatever, I was not the sort of person who could be like, hey, everybody just be cool because sex is going on.
Yeah, me neither.
To be able to do that with a hired crew, to be like attention, hired, rented or salaried employees.
That's right.
Please know.
Eyes to the front.
Your supervisor / boss / client is having sex in your / their equipment. Either way, you have to clean.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it. And so then, that's if you have a private plane.
Right.
If you're on a commercial airliner, what are we talking about? We're talking about that little restroom.
We're talking about the tiniest little restroom.
That restroom, the moment you step in that restroom, you're like, it doesn't matter if they pressure wash this every flight, and I know they don't. This is problems.
Can I tell you
problems?
I'm going to put this in a way that's going to sound really creepy. but I don't.
But it's only because you're really creepy.
Yeah. But anyway, so the closest I've ever been to the Mile High Club is bringing my daughter into the bathroom. Again, it sounds way creepier than I intended to be.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be creepy.
What you meant to say is that's the only time I've ever even been in a bathroom with another person.
Right. The only time I've been in a bath in an airplane bath trying to get two bodies, and this is not two adult bodies. This is my body assisting my 7-year-old daughter to going potty on the plane because she's like, "This is scary, Dad. I don't want to do this. We got to go potty on the plane." Me trying to cram my full-size human body next to her child-sized body and deal with all the things that she needs to do, get her situated. And like, I can't even imagine attempting 2 humans and then some sort of gyration that is needed to join the club, you know?
Without hitting the actuator button for the weird soap dispenser or the weird pressure soap dispenser or the toilet vacuum.
The toilet vacuum. That ruins the mood. You know?
The fact that there's like just a little bit of weird water all over all the surfaces in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, cool. Man.
And it's always right up next to the flight attendant's station.
Yeah.
So they're up there. They're making a coffee.
They're watching. They know.
They know.
They know if you get. You know what I mean? They know. And here's what I'll tell you, Jeff. I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'10" in heels. And so and it's always weird to me that airplanes are built to fit exactly me and no taller, right? Because most airplanes were designed back before we had the microplastics, which are making us grow so healthy and strong.
That's right.
And
it was before cell phones were stimulating our frontal cortex and jacking up all our heights.
That's right. And so the average plane is like, hey, you're probably 5'8" if you're lucky. And so I go into a plane restroom, and even I'm like, this is too small.
Yeah.
This is too small.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you think that's nuts, that's like more sexy than the Bird Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like the Bird Mile High Club.
All pooping all the time.
But it's more comfortable pooping was what we're finding.
Yeah. You got a little more room, that's for sure.
For sure. You have all the space.
Stretch out your legs.
Now you may say, Jeff, I barely even understood why we wanted to watch the legs of these birds. What possible value is there in the poop schedule?
Man, this guy's started with such a cool premise, such a rad,
storm birds.
Dude, these birds ride hurricanes, and now he's submitting a paper on poop schedules.
Yeah, these birds ride into hurricanes, the eye of the storm for 8 hours. Yeah, but how do they shit? What? Yeah, I know that's what we're all thinking. That's what we were all thinking, right? No, that's not what we were all thinking. Here's what I like to believe. I like to believe that because these birds are so cool, they've been studied so much and so hard that there was nothing left.
Yeah.
If you were going into study, if you were like, well, I want to go into studying these storm birds and being a storm bird scientist, but everybody's sort of gotten there.
That's right.
What's left? Legs and poop?
Hey,
well, I'll take legs because I don't want poop. And then you get in there and you get the footage back and you're like, oh my God, it's poop.
Damn it.
Fuck.
There's no legs in this footage at all. No, you're getting ready for your grant proposal and you start Googling, right? And everybody's been mounting the cameras forward. There's so many studies with forward mounted cameras in these hurricanes, baby. We got neck and head position. We got wing alignment. We got trajectory. We got beak. Everybody's done. And you just go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just flip this camera right around, baby. And that's the thought. Yeah.
That was the thought. Iwasaka says one of the thing is video loggers are always looking forward to share the bird's view. And he's like, I was like, we're not really studying what's going on at the back of the bird. So
video loggers? That's what he called it. Is there a term for short?
No
short term for video loggers?
Nothing comes to mind, no.
All right, okay.
Yeah. If anybody thinks of something, let us know on the Discord, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. You're going to have to pay to get in, but I don't think you're going to need to because I don't think anybody's going to think of a shorter thing than video loggers. I think he's got it.
I think he nailed it. Yeah.
I think he nailed it. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. So then he was like, wait a minute. This is actually kind of crazy how much this poop is happening. We didn't expect to catch a ton. And now all these other bird scientists are like, you'd expect the bird scientists to be like, yeah, but whatever, man. You were supposed to get no. Like Hugh Ellis, who is a biologist at the University of San Diego, studies seabirds, not involved with the research. He was like, oh my God. Really? He's like, this is crazy. He's like, I have so many questions. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, that's why you study the birds. And the first thing is, hey, these birds are only excreting over water. They don't excrete over the ground.
The ocean is their toilet.
Is that true for other species of seabird? Do seagulls not poop on the ground?
I mean, not according to like every rooftop I've ever seen in Marina del Rey.
Right. So, but this species does. How many species are only pooping over the water? So that's kind of crazy. And that's kind of silly, but here's where it gets put. Here's where we connect the red strings, Jeff. Okay. The circle of life, Jeffrey. It moves us all.
Yeah.
One day, you and I will die, and we will fertilize the grass that the antelope eat, right?
Sure.
It starts over.
Yeah.
I learned that in some sort of science class or from a musical. And but here's the thing. You only die once if you're lucky. So you can only return all of those nutrients to the ground once, right?
Yeah.
But animals return nutrients to the world all the time through their waste. Okay?
Yeah.
If these seagulls are only pooping over the sea,
they're being selfish.
Are they being selfish? Are they being selfish, Jeff? Or does this have implications for the ocean ecosystem off the coast of Japan that we weren't thinking about?
Oh, interesting.
How much
they're fertilizing the sea, so to speak.
They are providing nutrients to something. So now, research, here's the thing, seabirds have a huge influence on ecosystems via the prey that they consume, according to Ruth Dunn, who's a marine ecologist at Lancaster University in England, which, is it Lancaster or Lancaster? How do the English say things?
Chip chip.
Oi, governor, what's all this then? Right?
Yeah.
So she's from Oi, governor, what's all this then University. And she said that, the prey that they consume, that's a huge influence over the ecosystem, right? They're just swooping down and they're just gobbling up little guys. That's what they do. But
they return it with their poops.
Increasingly, research groups are beginning to think about the influence of the guano that they are excreting. What? So
that's wild.
And that in recent decades, Jeff, poop studies is exploding. Do not go in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ace Ventura. Do not. You know what I mean?
I remember.
From the movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember.
He's pretending he's like, woo! He's like, because I pooped in there. Anyway, the joke is transphobia. So in recent decades, scientists have started recognizing that all animals produce their waste that can contain and move vital elements, right? You think about the chemical makeup of poop. We're talking about a lot of phosphorus. We're talking about nitrogen.
Yeah.
Right? It's fertilizer stuff. This is stuff that we use. Some corn, some undigested corn.
Yeah.
Occasional bits of string. Because I see birds doing that, and I'm like, don't eat that string, bird.
Don't eat the string, buddy.
Because a lot of times you think the bird is like, oh, it's getting a string, it's going to take it to a nest for its babies. And it's like, it just fucking swallowed that string. That idiot bird just swallowed that string. But then sometimes I think maybe those birds saw that same like YouTube video about the yogis that swallow the string and they say that it cleans out their digestive system.
R. Crumb's brother. I remember that.
That's right. Robert Crumb's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
Robert Crumb, if you haven't seen the documentary Crumb on the famous underground alt comics artist Robert Crumb, his brother, Robert Crumb is weird, but his even weirder brother went like full hippie in the 60s and 70s. And slept on like spikes and was swallowing like fabric strips. He would tear strips of fabric and swallow them.
He would pull that out of his rectum while it was still coming out of his mouth. So he had one continuous line through his digestive tract. So he could he thought he was somehow cleaning it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cleaning the digestive tract.
I'll never forget that shit.
That was so weird, dude. That was so weird. I had actually pushed that out of my mind like a piece of fabric through my colon. And you just brought it back to me.
That lives rent-free in my head,
So depending on, we always hear that like plants are the lungs of the planet, right?
Right.
That's like the big metaphors, the trees, the plants, whatever. That's how we breathe and how the earth breathes.
Yeah.
But sort of nutrient cycling this is weird. Poop is sort of the circulatory system of the planet.
That's interesting.
Animal poop is sort of like the bloodstream of the planet. As animals migrate, move around in their biomes, in their ecosystem, and defecate and excrete waste, they move nutrients around in addition to the things that we already know they're doing, which is sort of a natural control of the populations of plants and animals in the area. Right? By eating their prey or by eating the foliage or whatever it is they eat. They're not just balancing it out that way. They're balancing it out through the pooping.
It's wild to me that this would be an evolutionary characteristic of the birds because it doesn't benefit them, right? No. It only benefits the planet. If the idea here is they're conserving that resource in that if we're taking it out of the ocean to the ocean, it must be returned. Right? If that's the idea that these scientists are saying is like, hey, we're plucking fish out of the ocean. And so the circulatory system needs us to return that material as waste to the place where we got it from.
Yeah.
What benefit is it to the bird to do that? It's such a wild notion that this would balance out without it helping the bird's life in any way.
Well, that's the thing is that's what they want to know now, because you're right. Evolving in a way that's like magnanimous for the planet is not really a thing.
That's not Darwinian. Yeah.
But remember, it's not evolution happens to all species as a system. So it's less that birds evolved that way than what did the ocean do underneath the birds then to make that viable for the ocean? How did those chemicals... No, I
totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. How did those chemicals in the guano, what happened now that they are like, oh, this is richer in things like nitrogen than it would be normally. So what do I do with this extra nitrogen? What sort of animals evolved based on that? But you're right. We do need to figure out why them birds pooping in the air only.
Well, that's the weird quirk, is that I can understand it being, a reverse causation that it works from, the ecosystem's point of view. It's beneficial and it just happens to be a quirk of the birds. But it's just weird that is such a specific quirk of the birds. Like that doesn't seem to be like, why not poop wherever the hell you happen to be?
So a couple things. First of all, over the sea is where they most often do happen to be, right? Their flight patterns most just basically take them out over the sea. That's where they're safe from predators. That's where they they get their food.
5 minutes. Can I just get 5 minutes to poop in peace?
Can I get 5 minutes to poop in peace?
God damn it.
Hey.
Jeff, can you just try
now
not
that you
to
have
eat
a family?
me for
now that
5
you have a family,
minutes. Yes.
Are you dad that poops in the hotel lobby bathroom?
100% man. Of course. You the
what is that like? What does
Dad
it feel
right
like?
Now? He's in the bathroom because that's the only place he cannot be disturbed.
What does it feel like to pay for a hotel room? And not just a hotel room big and large enough for 4.
Yeah.
And then go down to the lobby to poop in a stall. How does that feel to you?
It feels like peace. That's what it feels like.
You're like, you think I care about the quality of bathroom at this point?
This is money well spent, my friend. You guys have your place. Dad has his place.
I just picture it like at 8 a.m. in every hotel by every Disney property in the world. It's just a line of dads. Just a line and row of dads all nodding at one another.
Morning.
So they are most likely, most often over the sea. So that's where they're gonna poop. Now, there are other, like, it's kind of like, okay, but why? They're most often over the sea, but why wouldn't they just like hang at every once in a while they could poop at a pier? They could.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do it? And some researchers are positing that it might be some sort of a hygiene measure.
Oh, these are the one clean birds in the universe. Mm-hmm. This is the only bird that gives a shit about shit, I guess.
That's right.
Okay.
This is that bird. This is that bird that's like, I can't cover my house in shit. What kind of thing covers its house in shit? What kind of monster would I be, says the bird. This one bird and only this one bird.
Can I tell you a quick anecdote?
No, we really try to stay on task here.
Well, I appreciate that, but just this once. I'm going to be like that one bird. We literally were trying to clean some of the second story of our house of the bird shit that is ubiquitous.
Yeah.
And we found that there is literally hunks of bird shit that penetrated the screen on the second story window.
Yes.
Which is a
little
vertical screen, which meant it had to have trajectory. It had to have been pooped as they were flying so that it had momentum enough to hit the screen with enough force to penetrate the tiny little holes of the screen to get through the screen onto the window beyond.
Yes.
What kind of monster creature does that?
Can I tell you something, Jeff? You got bird pranks.
Fucking bird pranks, dude.
You got fucking bird prank, dog. You thought we were going to go a whole episode? You thought we were going to go a whole episode? No one's going to get bird pranked?
Man, my house got bird pranked up the wazoo. You're telling me there's one bird that actually cares? That actually is thinking about that? Instead of this other bird who's like, I'm going to poop so fast, it's going to fly through that dude's window screen.
Well, Jeff, you're right to question that, because the answer is probably not. This bird probably does not care. Because here's the problem with that strategy. That strategy is only hygienic for the pooper in the moment of pooping. If you've ever seen a flock of seagulls live, and I ran so far away. They're old. They're like 70.
They're old, but they still rock.
They still rock, dude. If you get a chance to see flock of seagulls live, but also if you've ever seen a flock of seagulls, you know, it's not like they're flying in a weird, perfectly straight line, dude. They're flying in clumps. They're like all over the place. A flock is chaos, and they're pooping all over each other. So that's not it. That's not it.
They're filthy, horrible rodents of the sky.
Yeah. Some birds are resting on the surface of the water, right? Because they can do that. They're just like paddling around on the surface of the water, getting pooped on by their friends. There's no way that it's a hygienic thing.
Yeah.
It can't be. But there is a reason why. There is another reason why, other than general, like, hey, what's going on with Mother Gaia? Oh my God. Isn't it beautiful, the balance and the, like, shut up.
Yeah. No,
like everybody, hey, can we be honest? Deal. Shut the fuck up. How dare you? Eat more microplastics, coward. Cut up, what I want you to do right now, chop up your credit card and dice it. Yeah. Dice it and slice it. Yeah. And put it over a beautiful steel cut oatmeal. And eat that shit. You're going to talk to me about the balance of Mother Gaia.
My oatmeal with a nice MasterCard on top.
That's right.
Know? It's just this level, delicious.
You get one of those metal cards.
Oh yeah.
They say they're all metal. They're not.
They're not.
You get one of those metal cards. That's where it's like eating an Oreo. So here's what's up. Bird flu.
Okay.
Bird flu passes through feces, or it can.
Sure.
And bird flu right now is decimating wildlife in all kinds of different ecosystems.
You're saying there's bird flu all over my second story window is what you're saying.
Yeah, it got through the screen.
Sweet.
You got bird flu pranked. You got
tried to screen for it.
You got birdemic pranked. Here's the thing. It's strewn with all kinds of industries, particularly the poultry and dairy industries, and strewn with like a whole bunch of people's health. And knowing the pooping habits of birds, pretty beneficial at this point in our lives.
Oh yeah, keep it in the sea. Is that what you're saying? Keep that over there in the sea.
In the sea. Give
Thanks,
that
bro.
bird flu to the fish. We don't want it.
Nobody
we
eats
don't eat fish. No one eats fish, particularly off the coast of Japan.
Yeah.
Japan hates seafood.
That's right.
Read a book. So some of these other researchers are suspecting that the streaked shearwaters and probably their closest genetic relatives are the only birds that really poop this much. All the other seabird watchers are saying, our birds aren't that gross.
There's no evidence of poop everywhere around every dock or marina you've ever seen, every boat. No. Why would there be? They're like, no one who's ever been on a boat has ever seen bird poop before. No.
They're like, nah, Dr. Iwasaka just got the poop bird. He showed up late. We were all like rushing to class in the morning, and we were like, "Oh, we're going to get our assignments. I hope I get this bird. I hope I get that. I hope I get a condor. I hope I get the mighty falcon." And then he runs in late, and he's like, "Hey guys, it's me." He's got like a piece of toast in his mouth. He's like pulling his jacket on. He's like, "Oh, did I miss all the good birds?" And they're like, "Leo got the poop bird. Leo got the poop bird."
Yeah.
All the other scientists are like, "We're not doing that, dude."
Have we thought maybe that the birds themselves are like, hey, Bill, he calls him Bill because of his nose, his beak. He's like, hey, Bill.
No, that's good.
It's not his real name. It's not his real name. He just calls him that.
What's his real name?
Fun. Walter. Because he flies over Walter. He only poops above the...
So he's from Philly.
That's right. That's why he's got an accent. Anyway, so he says, Bill, hey, Bill, did you get that camera strapped to your undercarriage? And Bill goes, yeah, I got plans, though. I got plans. I've been eating lots of chili.
That's right. We're going to prank these scientists.
I'm going to show that motherfucker.
We all got together, and we decided if they put the camera on you, poop all the time. Make it really unpleasant for them.
They're going to come to some weird conclusions.
Sickest bird prank ever, dude. Sickest bird prank ever. So, Jeff, you were right in your initial assessment of seagulls to just think of them as poopers, as disgusting poopers.
They exist for one purpose, one poopus, as I like to say. Mm-hmm. And it's disgusting, and I don't care for them. I don't like it.
No.
Again, a beautiful image of them soaring in the sky, wings outstretched, sun setting in the background.
Do a little Bob Ross. Do a little Bob Ross M bird in the background of your painting of a lighthouse.
Beautiful. The caw in the background as your boat leaves the sloop. You know,
that's preloaded onto your white noise machine and/or app.
Delightful. Literally every other interaction just full of poop. Just terrible.
I think this is a very relevant anecdote to end on scientifically. Once a year in the Seminole County Public School System in Orlando, Florida, we got to take a field trip to the Civic Theater to see a special, children's show. And we got to get, we got to get on the bus.
Seagull?
It was the Seagull. It was Chekhov's The Seagull for kids. It was called Little Seagull.
Little Seagull.
That's right. It's like when high schools do Rent and it has to be about diabetes instead of AIDS. But every year it was like a different show. And the true highlight for kids who didn't enjoy theater, and every kid, but for kids who didn't enjoy theater especially, is the Civic Theater was on a beautiful park. And we would get to pack lunches and go have like half the day was the lunch at the park. The problem was about the third or fourth year they started doing this field trip, the seagull population had really concentrated on the park in between the Civic Theater and the Science Center. And they were aggressive. And they've only gotten more aggressive as time has gone on. I remember after I had gotten out of elementary school, my sister would go to elementary school and talk about the seagulls. And she'd be like, they just knock into people. I'd be like, they knock into people now? She's like, they'll just knock into you and scream at you until you drop something. I was like, no one's doing anything about this. And no one ever did. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't do anything.
You just give them your wallet whenever they ask for it.
Listen, there is no science center anymore. There is no civic theater. That's Gulltown. And when you walk by Gulltown, you walk by quick. You don't make eye contact. And if you have saltines, you drop them on the ground. That's
right. And you move fast.
That's right. Forget it, Jake. It's Gulltown. Thank you so much to Disambiguity for sending in this story. They sent it into the We Have Concerns Discord. Oh, my stars and garters. Ain't no seagulls getting in that Discord.
No. It's for humans only. And we keep the poop out. You know how we keep the poop out is that we make it a requirement that you become a patron to get access to that awesome Discord. It is a low barrier of entry. You can go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. You just pay a single $1 every month. So low, that price. And it keeps this show going. You support the show. You get access to that Discord where all the cool folks are hanging out. And if you have extra to send our way to make sure the show succeeds and continues on, and you show your appreciation for all the hard science that we're delivering to you, you can give us more and get more in return.
That's right. Head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.